Listen up.
This just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Now, on Friday, we tell you about 50 Cent getting into it with Jersey artist NFL Doom again. If you missed it, this was the same kid that walked up to 50 Cent in a movie theater, asked 50 to hear a record. They got into an argument, almost got into a fight. Well, he's seen 50 again a couple days ago at a restaurant in New Jersey, and it got nasty one more time. But now we're getting to the bottom of it. Allegedly, this young man gave Jack Thriller $5,000. Now, Jack Thriller is a comedian associated with the G Unit comedians, and gave him $5,000 to squash the beef. Jack Thriller allegedly took the money and kept it moving. So the kid thought the beef was over when he seen 50 approach 50, and it got nasty again. Let's hear it.
50 need to go ahead and G-check Jack Thriller, because that right there took breath from me. And I'm thinking like the already talking to 50 like, yo, bro is good. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no problem with you. Jack Thriller, you a clown. How you take my bread and you say you gon' talk to Fifth, da-da-da, and we gonna work, and ain't no problem. So when I saw 50, I'm thinking there ain't no problem. You never talk to the homie, bro.
So what you telling me is Jack Thriller took $5,000 from this young man. Jack Thriller is a host on This Is 50, so the young man probably thought there was a connection there. But
Correct.
Jack Thriller never spoke to 50 Cent about this beef being squashed.
Correct.
What does Jack Thriller say about all of this?
Jack Thriller hasn't
We don't know
responded as yet.
Has anybody reached out to him?
Nah, not yet. But that doesn't sound kind of crazy? You take somebody's $5,000, you think you squashed the beef. Now, 50 don't know what's coming up, so when 50 see the kids, he still think he got beef with the kid. The kid thinks it's all good. I gave Jack Thriller allegedly $5,000. Jack Thriller said it's all good. And it could have been a nasty situation if this is all true.
If this is all true. Nothing surprising me.
Not with me either.
Nothing surprised me. I would like to hear from Jack Thriller, though. Give him a chance to defend himself. You got to hear both sides.
Yeah, that's right. We also got to say congratulations to Pop Smoke, and definitely rest in peace. His album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, was number one on Billboard. The album was released on July 3rd and sold 251,000 units in the U.S. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, it's very hard to clap for that, though. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those very bittersweet moments. You know, you're glad
Correct.
that the brother sold all those records, but clearly, you know, Pop Smoke, especially being that he's from New York, especially being that he was presenting a whole new energy to the game, Pop Smoke would have been superstar status, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know. I'm always reminded of this Jadakiss line when Jadakiss says, "You know, dead rappers get better promotion." I just think it's sad that he's not here to reap the benefits of his hard work and his labor.
Yeah. Now, also, Juice WRLD, it seems like his album is out right now, and it looks like it's going to move between 400 and 440,000 units in its first week.
See what I'm saying, man? Once again, you know, dead rappers get better promotion. Like, why do we celebrate people hard? Why do we celebrate people so hard when they're gone?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and Juice WRLD was doing great when he was alive. Pop Smoke is well on his way to doing great, but damn, man, why can't they get that energy when they're here?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely right. And lastly, former Cowboys linebacker Kyle Cuero. Did I say his last name right? Cuero?
Nah, it's Kyle Weirdo. That's his name, Kyle Weirdo.
Well, he put some tweets
Weirdo.
on Instagram, on Twitter. He said, people are attracted to Jill Scott, ? And by no means is she ugly, but y'all really sexually aroused by her, huh? So it's an energy thing, huh? Got it. Well, he got all types of backlash about what he said, the comments he said. So he came back and apologized. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize to Ms. Jill Scott. The topic of your beauty should not have been shared over social media or public discourse. There's truly no excuses or explanation to be made. My comments were distasteful and unbecoming of a black man to speak negatively of a black woman under any circumstance.
You know, when I see things like that, I have one simple question.
What?
Why? Like, what was the point of that? Like, what did he think that tweet was going to do for the ecosystem? Why did he think that tweet was necessary? If you want to have that discussion amongst your homies, have that discussion amongst your homies. But why did he feel like he needed to put that out into the atmosphere. Speaking of energy, when he said, "Oh, it must be Jill Scott's energy," why did you want to put that kind of energy out there? Like, what was the purpose of that? Like, how was that constructive? You know what I'm saying? I believe in building and destroying. To build is to add onto your life positively, step by step. To destroy is to tear down everything that's negative within your cipher. How was that building, brother? That's what I would ask Kyle Weirdo. Like, what was the point of that? And I listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was younger, in the early days of Twitter, I've definitely fired off things about, women's appearances. So I can't be too hard on the brother because I'm speaking from a 42-year-old man's perspective. You know what I'm saying? But even back then, I had to ask myself, why did I do that?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why did I have to comment on that woman's looks? Like, what was the point of that? So that's how I feel about watching Kyle do that. Like, why? What was the reason?
Absolutely.
Like, I really want him to sit back and think about that. Like, why? Why did you do that? Because, number one, Jill Scott is beautiful. Drop one of the clues bombs for Jill Scott. Okay?
Absolutely.
I don't want to hear all that. Oh, Jill Scott's pretty for a big girl. No, Jill Scott is beautiful, period. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Absolutely. All right. Well, me
and my wife would have an entanglement with Jill Scott. Okay, that could easily be an entanglement. You know, my wife, Jill Scott is my wife's favorite artist of all time. Yes. Oh, listen, Jill Scott is my wife's favorite artist of all time. Jill Scott and Erykah Badu.
So your wife would leave you for Jill Scott and Erykah Badu in a minute.
An entanglement. It could be a moment. I could see that happening.
He had to think about that for a second. He stopped and said, an entanglement. I can see that.
I don't know. She really loves Jill Scott and she really loves Erykah Badu. But one thing I know for sure, she didn't cry when she met Erykah Badu. When she met Jill Scott, she cried.
Wow.
And that was last year at Tyler Perry's shindig at his studio. So she really, really loves Jill Scott.
Wow.
Okay? So I've been vibing to Jill Scott for a long time and, secretly wondering, is this the person that could take her from me? just secretly wondering, would this long walk home, if she went on a long walk with Jill Scott, would she come back?
Goodness gracious. All right. Well, that is your rumor report.